My name's Manka Dhingra, and I'm from Redmond, Washington. This is new to me, being an elected official. But before then, like a lot of us, I think we've always had to balance and juggle a lot of things. I've been a prosecutor for 17 years. I also started a nonprofit called Chaya, which helps victims of domestic violence. And I used to volunteer in the kids' school. And you wear the hat of wife and mother. And so it is about juggling. But I think what's very crucial is making sure that you give your full attention to the task at hand. And I think that's how you justify doing the work that you do. And that is something I'm always focused on doing. Being a Sikh is something that has driven me my whole life. The values of honesty, integrity, compassion, humility, are values that drive my life. And when I started on this campaign, those were the values we ran on. Really on honesty, on integrity, and making sure that we're strengthening communities. And I think that's what people responded to. And I think that really was the result we saw on election night. Because these values that we get from the Sikh community are values that do transcend our identity. I think these are values that most people, most Americans, most people in the world ascribe to. This resonates with them. And I think that's what this is all about. So one of the things that I've been the most proud of during this campaign is the teen campaign committee that I had. We started off with about 30 teens and ended up with engaging about 100. And so my message to anyone who's young is to say, just do it. Don't wait to be invited to sit at the table. You just have to stand up, open that door, and seat yourself at the table. So do what you're passionate about. Don't let fear of the unknown hold you back. And I think that's what we are seeing all over the country this year and next year, with the different marches that are going on, with the different movements that are sprouting up, groups like Indivisible, Sister District Project, Flippable. I think people understand that they do not have the luxury of being a bystander anymore. And that's true for our youth. This is their time. They need to just step up and get involved. So I have known about SALDEF for a very, very long time. And as a prosecutor, I actually got involved in hate crimes after 9/11 when a local Sikh cab driver was assaulted in Seattle. And I was on the Seattle Police Department Arab Muslim Sikh Advisory Council. And I had reached out to Manjeet once they had developed their training for law enforcement. And so I'd actually used that training and trained prosecutors and law enforcement in the local King County area. So I have always been a huge fan of SALDEF and the work that they do. And it's such important work, because when you talk about crossing boundaries and getting rid of stigma, these are the things that come into play. It's making sure we have our image out there on what it means to be Sikh. It was an amazing event, and I'm so glad that it was a sold-out event. And so absolute kudos to everyone who helped organize it. And I was so amazed and impressed by the award that was given out. Hearing him speak was truly inspirational. And I think that, to me, is going to stay with me for a long time, because that is what the Sikh culture is about.